Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm MysteriousJG. We are on the Hyperion, the tram station. And I'm going to go confront Dirty Saboteur. Hyperion is... the Nexus is the base, and the Hyperion is the human arc, I think. So I think we are on the human arc. But I'm actually getting very confused about some of this. Seems to be almost all humans, but there wasn't a Asari hanging around on the human arc before, for whatever reason. Yeah, I'm almost positive we're on the human arc now. So, what's going on, Zara? Zara Kellis.
Zara Kellis?
You're
yes?
arrested for being evil.
I have evidence you've been sabotaging the Nexus.
What? No, I'd never... I've been looking into this myself. I have the scans to prove it.
Scanning Keepers
Here.
is illegal.
I'll transfer the scans I took to your Omni tool.
Funny. Raj was investigating the same thing, and it led us to you.
Well,
My
that's
scans
basically
point
just
at
a rock.
Raj as the one. So unless someone was setting us both up, I just don't understand.
The data Miss Kellis has accumulated
I've looked
is
to
strangely
see.
similar to Mr. Pattle's. A third party seems likely.
Master, I've looked into the sea, and I just don't understand.
That was very bad. Was a decoy tactic? It's a damn setup, King.
Looks like someone is using both you and Raj to cover their tracks.
They'd need pretty high-level access for that. Still,
Oh, I bet it's
better
bitchy
than
lady who
thinking
doesn't
Raj
like
could have
us.
done this. But it means all the data I have is useless. Wish I had access to the security cams. I bet we could find something there.
You stay put, so whoever did this doesn't realize we're onto them. I'll check out the security
Even
cameras.
though I've been talking to both of you. But if they're
Raj,
paying,
you there?
paying that
Yes.
much attention.
How did it go? Is it really her?
I like her so
Wasn't
much.
her.
I don't want it to be
She
her.
had proof pointing at you. I figure someone's been messing with you both. Just keep a low profile and don't talk to anyone. I'm on it.
Is it you? You're working with stuff. I hope we don't have to like zip to another location. You know, considering this a PS4 game, there's an awful lot of time spent on loading screens in this game. Yep, they're gonna make us go somewhere else. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's switch. Missing arcs. I don't imagine that we can do anything with that right now. Let's switch to our overall story, because I know we have to be here to do some of it. And we can switch back. After all, like Sam, the AI that's controlling our brain, told us to come talk to him a long time ago, and we never did, so... He's hanging out in here. You're flicker, you're right. I'm trying to use the thing.
Hello, Scott. Welcome back to Sam Node.
Welcome to Sam
I've
Node.
adjusted my
You'll never see
connection to
yourself
your
alive
implant.
again,
The headache you experienced before shouldn't reoccur.
unless I wanted to.
Yeah, what
Unless
was
you
that about?
disobey.
You said we need to discuss something confidential.
You should know certain facts before you leave on your expedition. It seemed best we speak alone.
Why isn't everyone allowed to know I've got an AI running my brain?
I don't understand the need for secrecy.
Your father felt it was for the best.
What was he trying to hide?
My true capabilities. Alec overrode the implant safety protocols.
Jeez,
It
that's
allows
like
me
big
unrestricted
space
access to the
spaghetti.
Pathfinder's physiology.
And that's me now.
And only you. I can act as a force multiplier, dramatically enhancing your motor and neural skills when required.
I can make it so you suck
Alec
less in
called them
multiplayer.
profiles. They provide unique tactical augmentation during combat. Your father preferred to keep this fact to himself.
People could get scared if they find out that I'm like a walking murder machine.
I can understand. People might get the wrong idea. Super soldiers. A computer having control over
Yes.
humans.
Providing
I
an
mean,
enhancement.
not that that's what's happening.
It is a symbiotic relationship that benefits both.
What do you get out of it?
Though I'm
I get to
artificial in
control you.
design, I am fully sentient, far beyond what even the Initiative understands.
These idiots.
I don't follow. You're an AI. So what's different?
I am a new form of AI, drawing directly from the human experience. Your implant is my window into the world.
I'm capable of taking control of you at any time, but you're just a computer. I'm still the boss. To which it's like, yeah, right. Will it hurt? And, whoa. But I'm still in charge, right? Yeah, right. Wow. Cool.
That's pretty amazing.
But beyond what many people will accept, your father knew
All of his
some
responses are super boring.
Yeah, he's got a point. So what does this mean for the two of us?
Just
I find myself in an unusual position.
We can
Though
make
I
it
have
if we
access to your father's
try.
experiences, there is a gap in my understanding.
I don't understand why
How
you're such a
so?
homo.
He placed a block on portions of my memory array.
Why?
Perhaps so when you asked me what his plan was, I wouldn't know.
Wah, wah, wah.
And Dad strikes again.
But not without recourse. The further you explore as a Pathfinder, the more blocks will be removed.
Well, that's convenient for
Perhaps you
gameplay
should
mechanic
begin in your
purposes.
father's quarters. In the meantime, unless you have more questions, your new ship awaits.
Thanks.
But I've got more questions. So now Profiles opens up, and I think when I was hearing something about how you could respec throughout the game, I think that was some bullshit, and they're talking about this, which is that basically you can unlock different roles, and they give you passive bonuses, but you can only have one at a time. It's kind of like Bobo's playing on the Castlevania games, and you can equip different souls, and one of the soul types is there's like a slot where you can have passive benefits boosts, but only one at a time. So we start out probably with Engineer, because that was a class we picked up front. And if I choose that as a role, we engineers are experts in both offensive and defensive tech powers. This profile reconfigures Ryder's implant, enabling him to maintain constant control of a small combat drone which assists and protects him in battle. We can level it up to level 2 with 24 skill points in tech, so that won't be happening for a while. And it gives us plus 20% to a bunch of tech-related stuff. And Combat Drone. A small drone improves recharge rate for tech powers and self-destructs with an EMP pulse if enemies get close. The improved recharge rate is lost after destruction. And there's a biotic one. You need 6 skill points. And then there's ones that are a mix. You can be an explorer. If you're putting skill points, allocating them all over the place, then you get Biotic Blink. Evade allows you to quickly traverse a short distance, even seemingly passing through solid matter. You get like little boosts across the board to all different stuff. Performing for your rider's mind is embodied. Be as versatile as possible, permitting him to switch rapidly between firing weapons, deploying technology, with divided powers. You can also have the old Sentinel, Vanguard, Infiltrator, where you split between different things, and Combat Tech Infiltrator. Infiltrator is the class that I'd played in a lot of earlier games. And I kind of wish I'd picked here because we'd already have cloaking. But this would give us better weapons and battlefield awareness. Observe enemies through walls while using a scope, and cloak evades. While evading, a brief cloaking device is activated. So I could choose to put 3 points into combat skills at this point to unlock Infiltrator and give us better weapon accuracy and stability. Or we could stick with working on Engineer. Either way, we'd have two different... we'll definitely have this activated for now. And now we got a little thing floating around, I guess.
Welcome back, Scott.
So this is true.
Do you know anything more about Sarah's condition?
I monitor Dr. Carlisle's reports. He is providing her with the very best care possible.
Who cares?
I'm afraid there is nothing more to be done at this time.
Continue to advance in the plot. Eventually, she'll probably wake up.
I take it you're based here in Sam Node?
Correct. This is where my core processing unit resides. However, using quantum entanglement communication, I remain in constant touch with you and the Pathfinder mission team, even over great distances.
Don't think that you can destroy me simply by visiting the core. I am everywhere. I know everything.
What are your capabilities?
Each arc houses a SAM, Simulated Adaptive Matrix. Each is an artificial intelligence designed by Alec Ryder to support Pathfinders and their teams.
But AI is illegal in the Milky Way. How'd my dad get around that?
Oh, he's criminal.
Exceptions were made. The initiative deemed his research vital to the mission. Our design was conducted in secret.
Are the other Sams? Or is maybe one of them a Samantha?
So there are other Sams out there?
Correct. However, your father continued to modify my own routines until the Hyperion's departure. I am the most advanced SAM in the initiative.
So those other Sams can suck it.
What did you mean by a symbiotic relationship?
Symbiosis is a mutually beneficial relationship between
Well, I
two
know
life forms.
that.
A flower provides nectar to a bee, who in turn provides pollen for the flower. The bee gains nourishment, and the flower can propagate. In similar fashion, my own evolution was shaped by your father's experiences, and will now expand with yours. In return, I provide you with capabilities and analysis beyond normal human faculties. We each benefit.
Until I no longer need you, I can begin my conquest of the world.
What more can you tell me about my implant?
The implant itself provides me with direct access to your senses. I can see, hear, and experience the same stimuli you do while in the field. This raw data enables me to provide
get horny
real-time
just like you
feedback
do
and
in the
analysis
field.
of the situation.
Then Dad added the secret sauce.
You removed the restrictions on my access to Pathfinder physiology.
Alright, just don't like kill me or anything.
Uh-huh. Just promise you won't fry my brain or anything.
Trust is an important concept in any relationship. Alec taught me that. I will not fry your brain. It would end badly for both of us.
Me more than you.
Well, yeah, but I'd get bored without human stimulus and whatnot.
That's all for now.
Of course.
Fries your brain. This is a jerk. I don't know that that's even audible. I said, and then he fries your brain because he's a jerk.
Your father's cabin from anyone but you. It's open now.
Thank you, anonymous guard. Okay, cool, he's got lots of neat weapons.
Your father's first sidearm, a memento of his early Alliance service.
I bet that saw plenty of action.
Alec's first kill occurred in combat during the First Contact War.
Back when Turians were the enemy. Crazy times. What's on here, Sam?
Your father's personal logs. Several
Where's your
of them
father's
are
favorite
encrypted.
spaceship pictures?
The day is finally here. We're pushing off from Earth.
Will you
We'll
shut
jump through a
up?
few relays first, then we hunker down for the long trip across dark space.
And I'm
It's
going to talk the
daunting
whole
thinking about
time.
all the hopes and dreams aboard the Hyperion.
Oops.
I certainly have my own. I wasn't the husband or father I should have been. Here's hoping 600 years can change a man.
Also, got this weird notion that I should really think about developing breathers that can be passed back and forth between people. That's probably nothing. Sorry. Why is Liara coming up here? I don't know.
Sam, this is a reminder about Dr. Liara Tassoni. She's an Asari archaeologist I corresponded with a few years back.
She also shut
She's
up.
got
like a-
experience
never
studying
mind.
ancient cultures. Make sure the team gets her research. Could be useful in Andromeda.
Pretty sure my sisters mentioned Dr. Tassoni. An expert on Protheans, I think.
I can't
I'm
answer
uploading
you.
Dr.
I'm
Tassoni's
pre-recorded
research
log.
onto data pads.
More fan service. Here we come. Not fan service in the sexy sense, just fanboy. Oh, it's Liara.
Hello, Alec. This is Dr. Tassoni. I'm flattered you contacted me. Most scientists dismiss my work, but I'm young
What are you
and
wearing,
Asari,
Dr. Sony?
and they are getting older. So we will see who has the final word. In the
I will
meantime,
destroy
I'm
them.
happy to
I
pass
will
along
rule
my
Sector
research.
5.
I hope your team finds it useful. Hello, Alec. I received your message. I must say, the thought of exploring another galaxy has my head spinning.
Or I've been
I am
possessed by a
honestly
demon.
not sure how people could survive a trip like that. And anyway, I could not bear to leave the Milky Way behind. There is so much about the Protheans I still hope to learn here. So much potential wisdom to tap. I wish you much good luck and future success.
Doctor, would you like to tap that? Okay, final entry.
Dunn's agreed to a scouting mission on Habitat 7. I'm gearing up now. I'm worried about Sarah. Dr. Tapero says she'll be fine, but she's my daughter. How can I not worry?
I'm filled
I
with
hate
emotion.
to leave her like this. It's these moments when you wish you told your children you love them more often. Or ever.
Or that
Which
you ever
brings me
loved
to the
them.
tough part. Kids, if anything happens to me, there are things you're gonna find out. I hope you'll understand.
Your mother was okay with my dual identity as a woman.
That log is not currently accessible. Unlocking my memory array may enable it.
Yeah, whatever. You haven't progressed far enough in the story for that log to make sense. Please come back later.
The coffee machine Mom got for Dad. He was so busy designing you, needed the caffeine.
I did not realize I owed my existence to a being.
And now you know what humility feels like.
So, if he owes his existence to Bean, does that mean that Sam is the future artificial intelligence baby of Bobo the Vulture and Bean? Are they going to have artificial intelligence babies? They're probably not going to have artificial intelligence babies. I have so many great memories of jumping up and down on this bed. Woo! I just picked up a model of the Normandy. I'm not sure why.
I am Dr. Liara Tassoni, and I've spent several decades researching ancient Protheans. It
Hi,
is
my
common
name's,
knowledge that the
Mr.
Protheans
Ryder.
were an advanced race that flourished in the Milky Way about 50,000 years ago, then went extinct.
So why am I telling
Even
you
at the
it's
time
kind
of this writing, the year 2182, their culture remains a mystery. During my studies, I have developed some practices that can be used when analyzing any ancient culture. I hope they may prove useful for the research community.
Now I'm going to start studying the great techniques.
When studying a dead race, the most obvious problem is the lack of an observable population. This raises the question, when is a species truly extinct?
When they're all
The
dead.
Prothean civilization spanned the galaxy, and it took centuries to confirm that all members of the species really had died out. While it's possible that living Protheans may be found in a hidden pocket of the
Or a
galaxy
DLC
one
that
day,
really shouldn't have been a
the
DLC
chances
at all.
are statistically trivial. Once an extinction is confirmed, the study's nature moves from sociology to exoarchaeology.
Printed books.
Reproductions of
fuck?
Lewis and Clark's journals, detailing their expedition in the 19th century.
Explains Dad's interest. They were Pathfinders too.
Get it? So I take it some of these things, like, didn't pop up in the room to interact with until after we used the terminal?
When studying an extinct race, it is important that our preconceptions and current knowledge not color the facts. We must look to the evidence itself. The Protheans constructed
Yeah, I'm ignoring that.
and an incredible
Band
network
graph generator
of mass
for a
effect
reason.
relays. This speaks to a culture of the highest order. Such a monumental achievement surely must come from an enlightened race that was in harmony with its people, free of conflict and strife. Without the ability to study a living example, however, this can never be determined with 100% accuracy.
It's entirely possible that if I ever met one, he'd be a total asshole and not a very good squad member.
Sam? What was that?
An eidetic trigger, related to your father, and the portions of my memory array he locked.
What triggered it?
Alec tied it to your progression as Pathfinder, not to a location. Puzzling as it may be, my programming is clear. Locating more of these triggers will unlock the memories. One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam Node on the Hyperion to investigate further. Your father's personal logs.
Maybe the encrypted one is...
That log is not currently accessible.
Nope.
Unlocking my memory array may enable it.
So if we go back to Sam Node, we'll get more of whatever this plot is to unfold.
Ryder, the blocks your father placed on my array are opening. I can now recall specific memories, which Alec wanted you to see.
Wait, I can actually see his memories?
Yes, they will take the
You
form
will
of CGI
experience them via your
cutscenes.
implant.
Okay. Something new every day.
So, I guess play the
Let's see
cutscene.
it.
This memory is from the time when your father was posted on the Citadel.
Hey, cool, maybe we'll have more cameos. Maybe,
Alec, your
the
recommendations will
EXO from
never
Battlestar
fly.
Galactica will show up.
Artificial intelligence?
Ambassador Goyle? I mean, she is a Goyle,
It's
but
our best option.
why
If
is
the
it her instead
Council
of
gets wind
Rubina?
of this, it'll set humanity standing back decades. You're overreaching.
Ambassador Goyle, I'm the military attaché on the Citadel. My mandate is clear. Find an edge for Earth.
That
An
means
AI is your
taking you
answer?
out.
We need to catch up. The Asari, the Solarians, they're centuries ahead of us.
And they're probably using AI and keeping it quiet.
But it's illegal.
Their rules, not ours. Why deny Earth an advantage?
Define this advantage.
It will set us free. We're prisoners of our own five senses. There's a reality greater than ours that we can't perceive, but an AI can.
Cuckoo.
Augmenting our own abilities.
Why does the
and
advisor
adding a few new
Goyle
ones.
get a name, but
Well,
this
none
other
of that
guy's
stopped
just...
those Geth from revolting.
Because they were separate from their creators. But AIs and humans interface directly, experiencing the world together, benefits both.
Is he trying to explain the
There's
green
no
ending
creator
from
to
Mass
revolt
Effect 3?
against.
I'm sorry, Alec. We can't take the risk. I appreciate your work, but your request will be denied.
Your request to build computers to control our brains must be denied. Sorry.
Alec,
Oh, you've been here the
What
whole
did the
time?
doctor say?
he told me to appreciate the time
Can't
I
believe
have
you're
left.
here.
There's no cure, Alec. It's terminal.
Oh.
Not on my watch.
I'm going to change the rules of nature so you never have to die. Someday I'll be strong enough that I can prevent people from dying.
Hearing Mom again.
I
never
hate
knew that's how
sand
Dad
too.
found out.
Alec was a stubborn man.
Hey,
I would hope so. Mom's life was worth fighting for.
It would
Dumb
seem his
computer.
obstinance extended to me as well.
Nobody wanted to listen. The idea of you scared people too much.
it scares
After this,
me.
Dad moved us back to Earth to care for Mom. Wonder why he wanted me to see this.
Perhaps it was the beginning.
Of the end.
Of what?
Unknown. Private audio logs are now available in your father's quarters. I detect additional memories, but they are currently locked. They may yet hold answers.
Okay, I'll keep working on it.
What the? Perhaps this is the beginning of what unknown. What the fuck,
That's all for
computer?
Of course.
It's more that bad poetry that what's her face is worried about. So we got more logs to listen to. That's all.
Your father's personal logs.
Oh, see them as they are unencrypted. They're marked.
Amazing how life can change in an instant. Suddenly my career doesn't matter.
Well, it never
This
mattered,
incredible
dear.
woman I've been married to all these years. She's facing the end.
The beginning of the
All
end.
I think about are the times I wasn't there for her. Well, that's going to change. It occurs to me that Sam might be more than I ever imagined.
But probably not. It really is just like, oh, these memories must be unlocked in the sequence in which it makes sense for you to hear about them, I guess. gotta be careful. Any of these people might be a side quest. We've got to be staring straight at them before we notice that you can talk to them.
Pathfinder, it's good to see you.
Although with these
Word is
Google
there's been trouble on the
glasses,
station.
hard to see you at all. It'll get better. Where'd you hear that? Who's talking?
We just got here. How did you know that already?
Well, the game's been out for a couple of weeks for people on the EA website,
People
and
talk to
they
them.
were bitching about the
Anyway,
faces before the game even
As soon
came
as we
out.
establish outposts, everything will even out. I'm sure of it.
Why are you here? What a thing to say.
Why did you join the initiative?
The most popular question on the station. Honestly, I wouldn't have known about this project if Nozomi hadn't reached out to me.
Nozomi?
Captain Dunn. Of all the captains I've piloted for, she's the best.
The best.
I've always been a wanderer at heart. When she asked me to be her pilot, how could I say no to the adventure of a lifetime?
What's it like here? What's it like having a face that everyone hated before the game was even released?
How do you feel about all this now that we're here?
Hopeful. I know it's a rose-colored outlook, but someone's got
It's almost enough to make
coming,
my face express
right?
emotion. Now I'm obsessed with the faces because I know other people have the problem. Other than his horrible, horrible beard, I wasn't really all that upset.
What about your family?
I'm an orphan. My parents died on the Mindoir
See
colony
what
when
you
it was
get,
attacked years
boys?
ago.
You see what you
Siblings.
get when you mess with the
I left
orphans?
some friends and distant relatives behind, but I have friends here too. I love piloting, but I like the idea of going back to my roots and farming like my parents did. Someday.
Someday my parents farmed.
Have to go now. See you later.
Good luck.
It's reminding me of another concept from Spontanea Nation. Farm jail. Some members of the cast spent their holidays at a farm, working on a farm as a vacation. Just like, getting back to their farm roots, I guess. So that was a charming little conversation, but I guess it wasn't exactly essential. You want to be able to jump and spring around. Me and the captain make it happen.
Ryder,
You're not on the bridge, Captain?
we powered it down.
You don't call me
Can't
Pathfinder
afford to
either,
waste
Captain?
Energy. Though Cryo Bay and Sam Node are exempt. And I told them to keep their hands off Alec's quarters. You have access now.
Thanks.
Hey, sorry about your father.
Sorry about my
He was
furs.
really good at what he did. Just not so good at working with people.
Yeah, he's kind of.
He was right about going planetside, though.
I didn't really know him. Only Mork mattered to him. I'll miss him. Aw. He was difficult. I'll miss him seems like a fair response.
I wish you were still here. There's so much you could have taught me.
You'll do
How to
fine.
grow a real beard.
You're off to a good start. If there's anything else I can help with, let me know.
Now that the Hyperion is docked, what'll you do?
Yeah, good question.
Normally, I'd supervise thawing out the colonists, but that's been put on hold. I hear you're the one helping resolve the issue. Good luck with that.
Meantime, I'm just gonna stand here. No, seriously, she didn't tell us what she's doing.
If someone had told you that you'd be in the Andromeda cluster, even 5 years ago.
Are you kidding me? I'd have laughed them out of the quadrant. Although the way things are now isn't exactly what I was hoping for either. We all knew there was a possibility on arrival of less than ideal circumstances. When you sign up, you hope for the
But
best.
we didn't have
and
any
plan for
idea
the
it would
worst.
suck this hard.
Why did you join the initiative? We're a long way from home.
How could I not? I love my job. Coming here, all this, it was just a logical extension of what I already do. Sailing through new stars, discovering new worlds. What self-respecting explorer could pass that up?
Sorry, I was just getting distracted.
Thanks for the talk.
Thanks
All
a lot,
right.
big man.
I have requests to submit, administrators to harass, and people to wake up. I'd better get to it. Good luck out there.
Look at her getting to it. She's really... Okay, never mind. They do have her using it on the computer, so she could be working on something productive. Taking away my fun of laughing at her standing there doing nothing. Unless there's cool dudes to speak to in here, I think we're just about done with this area. Nice ponytail. A lot of people with headaches in this galaxy. Grumpy, big-nosed woman. Not really got much. It's not that her nose is big. It's just it kind of stands out because it's a different color from the rest of her face. He's some kind of disguised alien. Am I sure you're a she? Well, anyway. And we could go to the operations. That's the ops center on the Nexus. Our ship is this thing. We could go to the Cryo Bay, which is on the Hyperion. Let's do that before we get into our ship. I've completely lost track now of what it was we were working on. I guess we're trying to investigate the sabotage. But that's not at the Cryo Bay because the game is already trying to get us to leave here. So we'll call it a video for now. When we come back, folks, we'll see if there's anyone fun and interesting to talk to in the Cryo Bay. We'll, you know, check in on our sister and stuff like that. I'm MysteriousJG. Thank you very much for watching. See you guys next time. Eventually, we'll get off these freaking ships and get to exploring a planet or something.